wondered if the entities in the backrooms can talk. I thought they were just monstrous things that hunt and consume without thought. But I was wrong. Some of them can talk, and their words are worse than claws and teeth. They don't just want to hurt you. They want to get inside your mind, twist your thoughts, and make you question everything who you are, what's real, and whether you'll ever escape. It started small, just a faint murmur beneath the hum of the flickering lights. When you first arrive in the backrooms, the sound of those buzzing fluorescent bulbs becomes the backdrop of your existence. It drills into your skull, turning your thoughts into static. But after a while, if you listen closely, you start to hear patterns in the noise. Rhythms, even whispers. At first you tell yourself it's nothing, just your brain playing tricks. But the truth is you're not alone. The walls, they're listening, and so are the things hiding behind them. I'll never forget the moment I realized they could talk. I was wandering through one of the infinite hallways, trying to keep calm and ignore the creeping sense that I'd been here before. Every corridor looks the same: yellowed wallpaper, moldy carpet, and flickering lights above. But as I rounded the next corner, something was different. The buzzing noise from the lights shifted until it sounded like a voice. Not a clear voice, but a whispered phrase one couldn't quite make out. I froze. Then I heard it again. Come closer, it whispered, soft and inviting. The voice didn't come from any person or thing. It came from the walls themselves, as if the wallpaper was speaking. I knew I should walk away, but something in that voice tugged at me, like a hook in my brain. I stepped closer and placed my hand against the wall. That's when I saw them, tiny dark shapes riding just beneath the surface of the wallpaper. Thousands of them, shifting and squirming like insects caught under plastic. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. Stay with us forever. My heart raced and I yanked my hand back. The moment I did, the whispers stopped and the wall fell silent. But from that point on, I knew this place was alive, and it wanted me to stay. Then I met the man with no face. He's one of the more dangerous entities. Unlike the creatures that stalk you from the shadows, the man with no face doesn't chase you, at least not physically. Instead, he follows at his own pace, always staying just out of reach, no matter how fast you run. He wears a perfect black suit, as if he stepped out of a funeral or a high-end business meeting. But his face, blank, no eyes, no mouth, just smooth, featureless skin. The first thing he said to me wasn't with words you could hear, it was in my mind. "You've been here for 73 hours, he whispered, and somehow I knew it was true. I hadn't thought about how long I'd been wandering until that moment. Time doesn't flow right in the back rooms, and you lose track of it without realizing. You forgot, he continued. It's okay. They all do. I tried to run, but every time I turned a corner, there he was standing at the same distance, walking slowly, patiently. Where do you think you'll go? He whispered into my mind. There's nowhere to run. I covered my ears, even though I knew it wouldn't help. His voice wasn't coming from outside, it was inside my head. You'll give in eventually, he said. Let me in, and I'll help you remember who you are. It was tempting, too tempting, but I knew if I listened too long, I wouldn't be myself anymore. I ran even though I knew it was pointless, and his final words echoed in my mind, you can't run forever. I'll be waiting. That wasn't the worst of it, not by a long shot. The next entity I encountered was the mockingbird. If the man with no face gets inside your thoughts, the mockingbird goes straight for your heart. It doesn't have a voice of its own, it uses the voices of people you love. The first time I heard it, it called out to me in my brother's voice. Hey, over here, I found a way out. My heart jumped, and without thinking, I ran toward the voice. I knew it wasn't real. How could it be? My brother was safe, far away from this nightmare. But when you're desperate, logic slips away. I turned the corner, expecting to see him. Instead, there was only an empty room. Why did you leave me? The voice said, distorted now, like an old tape being stretched. You were supposed to help me. I backed away, but the voice followed, shifting and distorting until it became my own. You'll never escape, it